get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your bones, put taps on your toes and get gone, get rhythm. When you get the blues, a little shoeshine boy never gets low down, got the dirtiest job in town, bending low at the people's feet on a windy corner of the dirty street. Well, I asked him while he shined my shoes how to keep from getting the blues. Grinned as he raised his little head, he popped the shoe shine rag, and then he said, get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, it only costs a dime, just a nickel a shoe. Does $1 million worth of good for you, get rhythm. When you get the blues, Bob Wood. Get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your bones, put taps on your toes and get gone, get rhythm. When you get the blues. Well, I sat and I listened to the shoe shine boy, and I thought I was gonna jump with joy. Slapped on his shoe polish left and right, he took his shoe shine rag and he held it tight. He stopped once to wipe the sweat away and said, you mighty little boy to be working that way. Said, I like it with a big white grin. He kept on a popping and he said again, get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, it only costs a dime, just a nickel to shoot. Just $1 million worth of good for you, get rhythm. When you get the blues.
I think we're going to be all right. Yeah. Hey, John, let's do one right now.
Let's do it.
This is the thing we had a record on. Well, it ain't a-raining back home. I bet your sister's still on the phone. I bet Mama's in the kitchen cooking fried chicken, wishing that I hadn't done wrong. Good, John.
Oh, Mama, don't you worry none about it, though. Everything's gonna be all right. They're teaching us a lot of new things in here. Things like, there ain't no good in an evil-hearted woman, and I ain't cut out to be no Jessie J. And you don't go writing hot checks down in Mississippi, and there ain't no good chain gang. Play a little guitar with it. Not bad.
I just made that up. Papa's reading yesterday's mail, wishing that the hay was all made. I bet he's a-wishing Mama'd stay in the kitchen. Here I am a-wishing I wasn't in jail.
Oh, well, Papa, don't worry about it none, though. Everything's gonna be all right, Papa. They're teaching us a lot of things, a lesson a day. And we've already learned a lot of things like, there ain't no good in an evil-hearted woman, and I ain't cut out to be no Jessie J. And you don't go writing hot checks down in Mississippi, and there ain't no good chain gang. There ain't no good in an evil-hearted woman, and I ain't cut out to be no Jessie J. And you don't go writing hot checks down in Mississippi, and there ain't no good chain gang. And you don't go writing hot checks down in Mississippi, and there ain't no good chain gang.
You got a great band. I love it. He was one of the originators of what they call rockabilly music.
W.S. Holland's been with me 35 years.
That's about long enough, ain't it, John?
Yeah. And Dave Roll on the bass, he's a good one, he's the best. And of course, Bob Wooten on the lead guitar.
Well, why don't you get them to tune up and y'all do another?
Tune up? Well, all right.
You got it.
Tune up? What for? Never do. Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. And then I heard my dream, went back downstream, cavorting in Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called. Hey! Then you took me to St. Louis, later on down the river. A freighter said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found a trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and went on down alone. Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll it on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough, dump my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, big river, more than me. Yes, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. Showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Hey, I just want to say I'm not shorter than Waylon. I'm sitting down.
Well, I'm not taller than him. I'm standing up. Does that make any sense?
No.
See, told you when we came here that we didn't have to make sense. Just be here.
Right.
Let me tell you what he did. You know, for a while, our records wasn't getting played that much on country stations, so John just went back to the basics and went out to L.A. and cut a hit record. And now they call him the godfather of grunge.
That's what my godson called me.
That's it.
Shooter Jennings.
Well, you know what? Shooter came in. I'll never forget. He came in that day, and he said, Dad, I got to show you something cool. And I said, okay. I thought, here we go with 9-inch nails again. And he looked, and he said, look here, this is John. And he said, my godfather is the godfather of grunge. Grunge, yeah. And I said, and he said, and look at this. And he said, look at this album cover. I said, ain't that cool? I said, John looks like he might have killed somebody somewhere. But he loved it, man. I tell you, the thing about it, though, is your band's probably pretty insecure. you went out there and cut an album, just you and the guitar, and just to show them what he could do.
But they're always there with me, see. I got them for support, and I do a lot of the show with them, as you know.
Why don't you do something from that album?
I'll try.
You got a deal.
If you don't watch my guitar playing, all right? like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir. I have tried in my way to be free, like a fish on a hook, like a knight in some old-fashioned book. I have saved all my ribbons for thee. And if I have been unkind, I just hope you will let it go by. And if I have been untrue, I just hope you know it was never to you. Like a baby stillborn, like a beast with his horn, I have torn everyone who reached out to me. But I swear by the song and by all that I have done wrong, I'll make it all up to thee. I saw a young man leaning on his wooden crutch, and he called out to me, don't ask for so much. And a young woman leaning in her darkened door, and she called out to me, why not ask for more? Like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free.